So this book, I'm going to read an excerpt of. It begins with a quote from the main character, and then an observation from her therapist, and then it dives in. Don't you get it? Every time an artist fails at killing themselves, they get to become someone new. Why in the hell would I want to remember how I ended up here or who I used to be? Observation and assessment. Ray, statements made by patient Cassandra M. during our last appointment 3 weeks ago. As per my notes, I recommended she begin journaling her memories. I was concerned by her reaction and was certain I'd never see her again. Today, I received the following. Chapter 1. Writing down what I can remember is supposed to keep me from losing everyone who matters to me. The only place to start is with the day that changed everything. It began with a nightmare I've never escaped from. When I screamed, no one heard me. Screams are no match for emptiness. My panic bounced off the white walls until it deteriorated into nothingness. Jeremy's red ball sat on the surface of the water. His small body hovered near the bottom of the deep end. The fine brown curls caught my attention, wispy and floating, looking like the last strands of life were leaving him. We don't have time for games. We have to get back. My heart raced ahead, knowing how this would end, but he didn't listen. Jeremy, quit messing around and get out of the pool. You know you shouldn't be swimming alone. Mom is going to kill us if she finds out. No matter what I said, the only movement he made was the slow, subtle bobbing up and down which came from the water itself. There was no struggle on his part. He looked content with the gentle rise and fall of his surroundings. Unprepared for the cold, every muscle in my body seized up upon entering the water. During a moment of blindness, he vanished, and the pool grew miles wider and thousands of feet deep. The blue sky seemed no more than a traitor, at first, tempting me to retreat, as a watery sun hung too low to ward off the numbing cold. Please, don't hide from me. We have to get out of here. We have to go home. During the frantic search came the searing pain, the unbearable pressure, ears, throat, lungs. My head was on the verge of imploding, every part of me aching and burning, screaming for a breath. There was always the possibility we'd both drown this time. When I reached him, his eyes were half open, but I wasn't brave enough to look into them. His hand was stiff and lifeless. Why won't you hold my hand? Why won't you come with me? No matter how hard I pulled, he didn't budge. He was an expert at suddenly gaining 1,000,000 pounds and refusing to help at all. During the struggle, the pain died. Only the white walls were left. The calmness would have been serene if not for the sickening stillness of being the only one left. The pool area was glaringly deserted, except for the falling stars. I never knew where they came from, but I wanted him to see them. Can you see the falling stars, Jeremy? Quick, make a wish. Once the stars dissolved, darkness seeped in from the edges of my vision and bled into the white walls. It was then I remembered to look up. It was always too late. The opening to the sky rapidly narrowed, and I knew we couldn't pass through to the surface. The black always consumed it faster than we could rise. Do you see the blue sky? I have to go up. You have to come with me. Please, you have to come with me. The smallest patch of blue remained above us, trying to wait for us. But Jeremy was already gone, and I was alone. I woke gasping for air and choking on my own saliva. Dismal morning light streamed in. Warm, dry sheets, cool, clean air became the unmistakable signs of life. My lungs peeled themselves apart as oxygen and reality forced their way in. I'd survived. He was dead, and no matter how many times I relived it, I would never find a way to save him. Lightly licking my thumb and my index finger, I groped behind the bed to find the cable and the 2 metal prongs which connected to the clock radio. Easing them out of their holds in the outlet, just the right amount took a certain amount of precision. I never touched them. I knew exactly how close to get. The sensation rang clear through to my heart, but then ejected me before I could feel the pain as deeply as I wanted to. It didn't take more than a few seconds to recover from the jolt. Sooner or later, I'd have to find something more potent.